What's going on, everybody? This be your boy DJ Anonymous with sportsbizmusic, episode Lucky 25, and I got a special guest, ChidLet Pierre.
That's ChidLet Pierre.
What's going on with you, man? My bad, man. I got a little accent or whatever, like a little.
Nah, it's all good. It's all good.
So you up and coming R&B artist.
Mm-hmm. Up and coming.
Yeah.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Up and coming.
You have, I know you have some fans, but it's some people that don't really know about you yet. So, give like a brief, history, about yourself.
Pretty much, I've been doing music for the better part of, I'll say, a year now.
Mm-hmm.
I've been really going in on the music now. Working at Audacity Studios in Hollywood.
Okay, it's a small run.
Yeah.
Shout out to Fred.
One time to Fred. Yeah, one time for Fred. Really cool guy. He's the guy, actually.
Yes.
Fred. And I'm a singer-songwriter based out of Miami. I specialize in R&B, and I want to say neo soul.
Yeah, so I can hear that in your music.
That's kind of what I've been getting into. Very acoustic sound, very raw sound. That's what I like the most. Yeah, man. I'm enjoying the ride so far. I'm enjoying the people that I've been connecting with, small connections I've made in the past year. But I've been singing all my life though.
So you weren't even doing it for a year, because from the music I heard, you sound like you've been doing it for at least 3, 4, 5 years.
See, that's the thing. I've been singing like all my life. I used to do gospel, interestingly enough. So I've been around musicians all my life. I was in drama, and I've been in theater when I was in middle school and everything like that. So I've been around music a lot, and I've been in studio a lot for different reasons. But for the past year and a half, pretty much, is when I've been really taking my music to the next level. I met up with Fred a couple of times. I've done vocals here and there, but I've never gotten on a track where I released actual music. In 2017 was my first single, Black Magic, in November.
That's what's up. So where did it all started? Like, what age did you start, like, even listening to music, like, had the love for music?
Honestly, I have a natural knack for anything creative, for the most part. So when I was younger, my mom specifically saw how enthusiastic I was when it came to like doing impersonations of people, all types of craziness. So she kind of she pushed me in the route of theater, and I got into drama. And through drama, they taught you triple threat. You sing, dance, and act.
Yeah.
And primarily, I was trying to focus on the acting. I even tap danced for a couple of years, but through theater, I grew a love for music too, because we had to sing and everything like that. And one of my drama teachers was like, "You really have a nice voice." She was like, "You really have a nice voice." And they used to call me CJ or Chill at that time. And from like 5th grade on, I started singing. I started focusing and keying in on the music aspect of theater and just instrumentation. You got a natural love for music. Some people just have a natural bond, you know what I mean? So that's pretty much it. And I continued that throughout high school. I went into chorus. I started off in band because I enjoyed music again, and then I went into chorus my 10th grade year. And that chorus teacher, Mr. Brockington, kind of started piloting pretty much my love for music and my going in depth for my singing and vocal training. So that was pretty much the bulk of it. I also had a cousin who sang rap and everything like that, and they were pushing me in that direction too. I was a part of a small group when I was like in the 8th grade.
What was the name of the group?
6th Tray.
6th Tray.
6th Tray.
Like 6th Ave and all that?
Nah, it was in Little Haiti. A little street called 63rd, on 63rd Street.
163rd Street?
No,
63rd Street,
63rd Street in Little Haiti.
Yeah, shout out to Little Haiti.
Yeah, on top of Little Haiti. And all the boys down there. And right across the street from Notre Dame Catholic Church, we used to live over there. So that little hub, that little group of us, all those fellas over there pretty much started pushing us in the direction of music, me and my cousins. And my cousins rapped, and I was the only singer there, so they had a lot of pressure on me. Every singing track, I was the kid on it. I was like 14 or 15. So yeah, that kind of pushed my love for music too. And a lot of Haitian culture, just Haitian influence too.
Yeah, because what I was about to ask you too was, what was like your first show? Like talent show? Because I always ask, because I know you like the.
There was this.
You like the 6th or 7th artists that have been involved in theater and then evolved in dancing, but then like music, when music came in the picture, it really like you took that, like that was the love.
Yeah.
So, cause I asked that because I know talent shows, like your first show, especially like when you in school, it's like that the icing on the cake when you like, you know what, I'm gonna stick to this.
Pretty much. Okay, so man. See, it wasn't a specific. I've performed all my life at weird and different instances. Like when I was 4th grade, I got a lead role in like our 4th grade play. It had some music involved in that. And then when I was in 5th grade, I had the lead role in this little play called The Music Man. And on the day of the show itself, I lost my voice. I had laryngitis.
Wow.
And I was 10 years old maybe, and I still did the show because the person that was supposed to be my understudy, I still remember, one of my coolest homies. His name is Jonathan. He straight up said he couldn't do it. He was nervous. Yeah, it was tempted. He prepared for it the entire time. He just.
So how you went through it and you lost your voice?
The thing about those magnet schools is the parents are always like really, really supportive. Yeah. Like extremely supportive. So they probably couldn't hear me at all, including my dad. My dad, to this day, recently he did tell me he couldn't hear a damn thing I was saying. But I sing the piece and everything because they were an ensemble piece, so you had some help while you were singing it and stuff like that. But they couldn't hear me at all. I went through the entire show, still got the applause, still got the accolades, and I think that might have been the reason why I continued to do it, because going into 6th and 7th grade, I got lead roles in some of the plays. It was interesting to me because I was the kid that had a little bit of charisma. I used to think it was because I was the only black kid, but that didn't end up being the case. They actually liked me or whatever. And moving forward, when people found out that I could sing, they would always put me on these little, forcing me to do little things here and there.
Like record, like little tracks.
Yeah, record like this. I'm 14, 15. Like record here and there. Yeah, in high school. Sing to my girl. I've been asked to do proposals for somebody. Just jump out of the back of a car. This random kid just singing to this girl. I actually did that for a dude, and she didn't say yes. It wasn't because of my singing.
Hold on. When was this?
Yeah, I must have been like 16.
And she said no.
She didn't say no, but she was like, "Babe, get up." And I was like, "Yo, this is awkward."
How you like?
She said, "Babe, get up." I was like, "I don't think that's what you're supposed to say. You're supposed to say yes. You're supposed to kiss. You're supposed to be happy, and everybody's supposed to parade around."
But did they get married or no?
I don't know what happened with that. I really don't. So the way the story goes is there was a dude that I used to go to his studio in Little Haiti. Thank you.
Yeah.
I used to go to his studio in Little Haiti, and he had an in-home studio, very nice studio. Everybody knew him. Shout out to JJ, man. Like the Hood Pope, pretty much.
I think I heard of him before.
Like the Hood Pope, man. The coolest, nicest, dopest guy that was really like putting on, like championing for the city of Little Haiti, right? Whatever he did on the other side of that was, up to him. But he was like, everybody knew him. And one of his closer friends, who used to always be around, somebody that he really showed love to, asked me to do the proposal because I was recording at JJ's spot. And he was with his girl for like 2 years or 3 years, I think. Must have been pushing 30. I don't really remember. But he said, "Yo, Jit, man, I'm gonna have you come out and sing a song." I don't even remember what I sang, to be honest with you.
Did you get paid from that gig, or it was just?
I mean, yeah, he looked out, but this is somebody that would always kind of look out for us when we come to the studio, kind of thing. So it was almost like fam. You know what I mean? So it wasn't like a paid gig for the most part, but it was something that he looked out for. Because JJ made sure, even though if you're gonna use Jit, break him off a little bit. Yeah. And so, yeah, man, I was like. Was I like 6? I must have been like 14 actually. 14? Probably like 8th grade. Yeah, this was like 8th grade when I used to go to Horseman. And then I jumped out of the car. He had just taken his girl. He had just taken his girl to dinner. I jumped out of the car, came around the corner, and he was on one knee outside this restaurant. Don't even remember the restaurant either. And after I was done singing, he popped the question, and then she seemed like she was excited. She was like, "What are you doing? Like, what are you doing?" But like at the same time, like I'm still singing, but I'm seeing her face like, "What the heck is going on? Like, what is this kid doing? One, what is this kid doing here? And two, what are you doing on your knee?" And then once I was done singing, he popped the question, and then he popped the question again. I think you're supposed to pop it once.
Yeah, once.
You're just supposed to pop it once.
My thing when I proposed to my fiance, I was so nervous. The ring, you know how you put out the ring out your pocket.
Yeah.
When I tried to open it with my hand, the ring popped out. She still said yes and everything. But,
she said yes.
Yes.
See, that's I would have took that. He had the ring. It was a nice ring too. He had the ring. He had pulled out all the stops. Man. He took us to this restaurant. They had rented a car, so he was actually he was driving a very nice car that day, whatever. I think it was around her birthday or something, so that's why she didn't really think much of it.
Yeah.
And then she was like, "Babe, get up. Babe, get up."
So you never know till this day if they ever got married.
I don't know if they would. I don't think they got married, but I know they didn't get engaged that day or anytime within like the 3 months that I was around.
Wow, that's crazy. So she probably like I would have been like, damn fool, like trying to propose.
No.
So you was 14 at the time.
Yeah,
you was already doing that. So what was next after that? Like doing high school.
Shout out to Mo and a bunch of dudes. SR. That's probably one of my biggest influences too in music. I can't even leave him out because I was the only singer.
Yeah.
Amongst that group, this dude named SR. Soulful Rhythm, I think, is what SR stood for. He would always tell me, "Yo, Jit, I could perform better than you on a track, but you have raw talent. Like you can sing, sing. Like so, you gotta really go ham and go in on your music. You know what I mean? Because you can actually sing. Like I write and I could mess around once they mess with my voice, but you could sing. And I thought you could sing like crazy too. But he would always like outperform because he had so much work and so much natural, love for the mic that I didn't really have at that time. So I mean, you slowly transitioned into it was more an experience thing.
And you was young, so it's just like you was like I know I'm pretty sure you knew you had it, but you wasn't really.
Yeah, I didn't think I had it for a while. Honestly, I didn't think I had it for a while.
So you in high school now. Like, because for me as a DJ, when I was in high school, I used to put out mixtapes.
Okay.
I used to like have like CDs or put it on people's iPods, or like on Facebook. Like later in high school, like I send out links and things like that.
Yeah.
Did you ever like record like covers like when you was in high school?
But when I was in high school, I was still on and off recording with the same group of dudes I was talking about. A dude named Mo, a producer. A dude named, at the time he called himself Ajax.
Yeah.
SR. Another dude, a dope engineer named Rick. A group of people. And so it was like on and off. They were sending me beats, I'll come record. But then I started focusing on school, playing basketball. I was playing ball. And ultimately, I just said, man, I didn't want to do it anymore.
Why you want to play basketball no more?
No. Music.
Oh, music. So you was good in basketball?
Yeah, I mean, relatively speaking, of course.
What position you played?
I played point in North Miami between 2007 and 2010.
Yeah, how tall are you? Like, what, 6 foot?
I was 5'10". I feel like I was 5'10", 5'11" my entire high school career.
Now you about what, 6'1"?
6'1". Yeah, nothing crazy. I was about the same height. I was much smaller, skinnier, but I was that lanky kid. I played point, and I just I didn't want to do music anymore. I just felt like it was too taxing. Like I kept on getting the pressure of, you're only a singer. I felt pressure when I was going to the studio, and it wasn't specific. Like it wasn't catering to my love, my creativeness. You know what I mean? Yeah. What I wanted to sing.
I get what you mean.
Because honestly speaking, like the track that I have right now is called Jack Frost.
Yeah. Me and my fiance was listening to it earlier today.
Okay, dope.
And she was telling me like you have a beautiful voice.
Dope.
So I don't know if I can say that, but I can say that you have a great voice.
Thank you.
You know what I'm saying?
I appreciate it.
How did that track start? Was that
Jack Frost.
Jack Frost? How did that?
Kels, he was in the studio when we recorded it.
Was that doing high school? That was like
No. Jack Frost was this year.
Okay.
No, last year, 2017.
So what happened?